Good day, everyone. Our topic is about alcoholic beverages. So let us explore about alcoholic beverages. So alcoholic beverages have been part of human culture for thousands of years. So yes, of course, especially here in Philippines, we all know that alcohol, hindi yan mawawala sa atin. Kahit na masaya tayo, malungkot, heartbroken, maising celebrate kahit hindi tayo ang broken. A lot of different scenarios that the alcohol can be consumed. So, this alcohol, it can be consumed in social gatherings. It can be our bonding as a family, parang culture na natin to. And it can be consumed also in celebrations and in religious ceremonies. Different cultures have their own traditional drinks and customs related to alcohol. So, the history of alcoholic beverages. So, the earliest evidence of alcoholic drink production dates back to 7,000 to 6,600 BCE in China. Ancient civilizations like Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans brought beer and wine. So, the distillation was later developed in the Middle Ages, leading to stronger spirits. So, here, as time goes by, different varieties, classifications of alcoholic drinks was being produced. So, meron ng kinaklasify na ang mga alcoholic drinks, may matapang, may slight lang, at saka meron lang mga like flavorings lang na hindi masyadong matapang. And then here, the distillation was developed, like the purity and the quality of alcohol was being produced. By what an alcoholic beverages really is. So, alcoholic beverage is any drink that contains ethanol or ethyl alcohol. It is produced by the fermentation of sugars by yeast. So, common examples include beer, wine, and distilled spirits.
Hello, good day everyone. I am Dalia Paharuka, BTLED at Chitri. So, my assigned topic is all about the brief history of alcoholic beverages. So, let's define first what is alcoholic beverages. So, alcoholic beverages is any drinks that contain alcohol. So, it divided into three classes: the beers, wines, and spirits, with alcohol content of between 3% and 50%. Alcoholic drinks are some of the oldest beverages in human history. 6,000 years ago in Mesopotamia and Egypt, they found evidence of the beer and wine production. And the first country where the beer invented is in China and Mesopotamia. So China and Mesopotamia na-invent or na-develop yung beer production. Also in ancient Greece and Rome, wine is important. They used it in event or religious event. So even in our country here in the Philippines, we use wine, especially pag may party, birthday, or kahit sa normal lang na inuman. So, di ba, as usually as what you observe, people here in the Philippines use wine, any kind of alcoholic beverages. And then, in 8th to 9th century, dito naman na-develop yung distilled spirit. This distilled spirit was developed in Middle East, and then it spread in Europe and Asia. So, the example of distilled spirits are the whiskey, rum, gin, tequila, vodka, liqueurs, and also here in our country, which is the Philippines, we have a traditional drinks, which is the tuba and the lambanog. Before the Spanish colonization, so bago pa man sakupin ng Pilipinas ng mga Espanyol, so the lambanog and tuba is already developed. So this tuba and lambanog is natural drinks or traditional drinks and free of chemical. So that's all my topic. I hope you learn something in my discussion. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Glasa B. Marapot, and I will be discussing the third part, which is the beer and other malt liquors. So, beer is made from the malted grains, usually barley, hops, water, and yes. So yes permits the grains, sugar, producing an alcohol combination. So malt liquor is a stronger type of beer with higher alcohol, often made with added sugar and corn. So let's differentiate the two. So beer is a popular fermented drink with varying flavors, colors, and strength, while the malt liquor is a stronger, sweeter type of beer with a higher alcohol content, usually 9 to 12 ABV. So let's proceed for the examples. We have beer. So beer is very popular in the other country, also for the Philippines. We have example lager, Ali, Stant, Pilsner. The brand, which is San Miguel, Bridgewater, and Ticker. The malt liquors, we have Red Horse, Colt 45. In the process of making a beer, barley and hops is very important ingredients because barley, it is a type of grains used in beer productions. It's provide a fermentable sugar, while the hops, it is the flower of the tops. It gives aroma and flavors of the beer.
Good day everyone, I am Eliza Mondralia, a Bethlehem HE student, and today I will be presenting my report about wine. So in this presentation, we will learn what wine is, its different types, where they are usually served, and how their alcohol content varies. Wine is not just an ordinary drink. It has a history, culture, and even plays a role in celebrations and cooking. So let's begin and discover more about the different kinds of wine and how each type is unique in flavor and purpose. Wine is an alcoholic drink made by fermenting the juice of grapes and sometimes other fruits like apples or berries. It's often aged to improve its taste, and some are fortified with extra alcohol to make them stronger. For the alcohol content or ABV, for regular wines, it's have a 8% to 14%, while for fortified wines, it's have a 16% to 24%. So, ang wine or an alak ay isang inuming gawa sa katas ng ubas na pinaasim or pina-ferment para maging alcohol. May mga wine din na galing sa ibang prutas tulad ng mansanas o berries. Kapag mas matagal itong iniimba, mas sumasarap ang lasa. So, ABV stands for alcohol by volume, which tells how much alcohol is in a drink. So, for regular wines have 8 to 14% ABV, meaning they have a moderate amount of alcohol. While for fortified wines have 16 to 24 ABV, which means they are stronger because extra alcohol is added. So, the higher the ABV is, the stronger the wine. So, the first type of wine is the red wine. So, red wine is made from dark colored grapes and fermented with the skins, giving it a rich red color and bold flavor. It tastes dry or slightly better. For example of red wine is the Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Shiraz, Pinot Noir, usually served with red meats like steak, lamb, or pasta with red sauce. So, ang red wine ay galing sa maitim na ubas at sinasama pati balat nito sa paggawa kaya nagiging kulay pula o madilim. Malasa ito at may kunting pait kaya bagay ito sa mga karne o mga pagkain na malasa. So, example is kapag may steak or a beef meal sa restaurant, red wine ang kadalasang bumibita kasi nakakatulong ito para mas lumabas ang lasa ng karne. Parang balansing lasa ng alat at pait. So, the second type of wine is the white wine. It is made from green or yellow grapes without the skins. It has a lighter, fruity, and refreshing taste. An example of white wines are Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling. It is usually served with seafood, chicken, or salads. So, sa white wine naman, ay mula sa birding ubas at hindi isinasama ang balat, kaya mapusyaw o halos dilaw ang kulay. Mas presko ito sa panlasa at may halong lasa na tas. So, the example of white wine is, madalas itong inihahain kapag isda o manok ang pagkain. Kaya kung seafood ang order mo sa restaurant, restaurant, white wine ang bagay kasi mas magaan ito sa tiyan at nakakatulong sa lasa ng pagkain. So for the third types, we have rosy wine or the rose wine. So rose wine is pink in color, made from red grapes with short skin contact. It's light, fresh, and slightly sweet. So the examples are white Zinfandel, Grenache rose, Pinot Noir rose, and red wine is usually served with light meals, desserts, or in picnics. So ang rose wine or rosy wine ay kulay pink at gawa nito sa pulang ubas. Pero, sandali lang hinahalo ang balat kaya hindi siya kasing pula ng red wine. Ang lasa nito ay banayad, malamig sa panlasa at medyo matamis. So, ang halimbawa ng rosy wine, madalas itong inumin sa mga picnic, simple salo-salo o habang kumakain ng dessert. Marami ring babae o baguhan sa wine ang gusto ito kasi hindi siya masyadong matapang at masarap sa dila. The fourth is sparkling wine. Sparkling wine is a bubbly wine that contains carbon dioxide, making it fizzy and sparkling. It is often used for celebrations and toasts. So some examples are the champagne from France, the Prosecco from Italy, Cava from Spain. Sparkling wine usually served during parties, weddings, New Year's celebration. Ang sparkling wine ay yung may bula o kumukulo kaya parang champagne. Dahil sa tunog at bula nito, ito ang simbolo ng kasiyahan at tagumpay. Halimbawa, tuwing New Year, weddings, or birthdays, ito ang madalas binubuksan at sinasalin sa baso habang nagsasaya. Kapag may tumansik na alak at sabay-sabing cheers, kadalasan is sparkling wine. So for the last, we have the fortified wine. Fortified wine has extra alcohol added like brandy, making it stronger and sweeter. It's often used for cooking or served as a dessert wine. So some examples are the port, sherry, vermouth, and madeira. It's usually served after meals or used in cooking recipes. So ang fortified wine ay nilalagyan ng dagdag na alcohol tulad ng brandy para maging mas matapang at matamis. Madalas itong ginagamit sa pagluluto o inihahain pagkatapos kumain. Ang halimbawa ito ay ginagamit ito sa mga dessert or sauce sa steak at may mga tao rin umiinom ito bilang panghuli sa pagkain dahil nakakatulong ito sa pagtunaw ng pagkain. So that would be all for my report about wine. We discovered that wine comes in many types such as red, white, rose, sparkling, and fortified, and each has its own flavor, purpose, and alcohol content. I hope you learned something new today and gained a better understanding of how wine is made and served in different situations.
So, good morning ma'am, good morning class. My topic for today is about distilled liquors. So, when we see distilled liquors, it is also known as spirit or hard alcohol. So, these are beverages made by distillation, a process where a fermented liquid is heated so that alcohol is separated from water and other materials. So, resulting in a much stronger drink with a higher alcohol content than beer or wine, usually 35 to 50%. So, we have the common types of distilled liquors. First, we have the vodka. So, when we say vodka, it is usually distilled from grains or potatoes. It is known for having a neutral, clear appearance and a very mild flavor, making it versatile for mixing in cocktails or drinking straight. So next we have the whiskey. When we say whiskey, it is an amber or brown colored spirit that comes in bottles ranging from traditional to vintage style. So it develops its color and distinctive flavors from aging in wooden barrels, contributing to the variety of flavors found among different types of whiskey. So next we have the gin. Gin is distilled from greens and is uniquely flavored with juniper berries, along with other botanicals like herbs, species, and fruits. So this distinct taste of gin is primarily comes from juniper, but makers often add additional botanicals for complexity. Next, we have also the tequila. Tequila is distilled from the fermented juice of agave plants, primarily produced in Mexico. So this tequila, its unique earthy and sometimes sweet flavor profile, making it distinct from liqueurs distilled from greens. Another is the brandy. A brandy distilled from fermented fruit juice or wine, most commonly grapes. So the fruit is fermented to produce alcohol, then distilled to concentrate it. Last, we have the absinthe. Absinthe, it is made from herbs and botanicals, especially wormwood and aromatic plants. That's all.
So, a pleasant afternoon to each and everyone. So, my name is Oscar Felipe. I'm the LA Education major in Home Economics 3. So, my assigned topic is other difference of alcoholic beverages or higher alcoholic beverages. It's all about rum. So, a pleasant afternoon to each and everyone. So, my name is Oscar Felipe. I'm the LA Education major in Home Economics 3. So my assigned topic is other difference of alcoholic beverages or higher alcoholic beverages. It's all about rum, gin, brandy, whiskey, and vodka. So this drink, its coverage of alcoholic is 40 to 80% alcoholic level. So the first slide is on vodka. When we say vodka is a natural distilled alcoholic spirit, usually clear, agents made from fermented grain or vegetables like potatoes and etc. This flavor is removing to flavor and odor. The second one is rum. When we say rum, is a liquor made in fermenting them and distilling sugarcane from sugarcane, molasses or sugarcane juice. This distilled of liquid age of barley. The third one is whiskey. When we say whiskey, it is a distilled again alcoholic beverages made primarily of mash, grain, barley, corn. It is typically aged termed barley, most often charged white, which is in fact to distilled color, distilled color is alcoholic, clear color. This is a 40 to 80% alcoholic. So if you take a 2 to 3 glass of this drink, mafe-feel nyo yung alcohol dito. So, meaning to say, mararamdaman nyo na, pag nag-take kayo ng alcohol, mararamdaman nyo na yung, what you call that? Yung alcohol na intake nyo. So, mafe-feel nyo nga nalalasing na kayo or something. Basta 3 to 4 glass, if you are not yung hindi ka naman lasinggero, so mapipil nyo na this drink is very alcoholic. So the fourth one is tequila. When we say tequila, it is alcoholic, but this is a 60 to 80% level of alcoholic. So this drink is from Mexico, made from fermented juice when we say fermented juice, that's like example of apple. So apple is fermented to using tequila. This is the one of the highest level of alcohol. Um, from the not necessarily from fruits, from plant, and that specific product is from the from fruit and vegetable. That's all. The last one is gin. So gin is very higher of alcoholic gin for me. So this is clear in distilled alcoholic beverages made from flavor of natural grain, spirit of Jupiter beverages, other botanical, which is give a distinct or aromatic profile. So this is like a water, but this is a very very alcoholic. Um, for me, 2 to 3 shot glass is very nakakalasing. That's why this gin is, for me, it's not advisable, but sometimes I like. So that's the end of my report. I hope you learned something, and thank you. To additional, this beverages is very alcoholic drink. So far, this is like for especially for whiskey and so on. That's all. I hope you learned something. My name is Oscar Conico again, the TLE3, and God bless all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria Palancisa Gonoy. So today we're talking about how alcoholic drinks are used in different way around the world. First, there is social use. Think about the parties or wedding. Alcohol is a main part of these celebrations. So for example, people might toast with champagne or share a beer at a barbecue. So it helps people relax and enjoy themselves. Next, we have religious use. Wine is used in Christian communion to symbolize Christ's blood, and sick in used in Japan ceremonies as a sacred offering. These drinks have deep spiritual meaning in this context. So then, there is a medical use in the past. Small amount of alcohol, like brandy, were used as medicine to soothe colds or helps with digestion. Of course, we now have a modern medicines, but it's interesting to see how alcohol was once used. So finally, there are cultural traditions. Drinks like tuba in the Philippines, sik in Japan, and tequila in Mexico are part of beer culture. They are often made in special ways and have a long history. Have a long history. So, alcohol isn't just a drink, it has social, religious, medicinal, and cultural uses are varied around the world.
So, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. I am Erbalangkit. So, my assigned topic is the health effect of alcohol. Health effect of alcohol. So, we have the positive and negative. So, unahin muna natin ang positive. Positive in small amount. So, first is may help relaxation and social bonding. So, syempre, diyan natin ma-experience like face-to-face interaction, listening to playing ng music together, and spending time with your friends and your family or your relative family. And then, example din is parang magkakaroon kayo ng time with talk like. So, the summary is you have the beer and milk liquor from the greens later. The percent naman is the 3 or 9% the EBV. And then wine. So, wine from grapes or fruits, na moderate the percent as 8 or 14% the EBM, the 45 up the 24%. So next is distilled the liquors, the sprites like very strong the 20 or 50% the, and then plus ABV. And we have the whiskey, vodka, and then rum, brandy. And fourth is the other alcohol beverage. So consider the six, soju, toka, lambanog, and cocktails. And lastly is the alcohol. Alcohol has the important the culture and social and regulation the roles, but most can the cause the serious health the problem like the your heart, brain. So negative especially in a large amount. So first is causes intoxication, accident, or risky behavior. For example, if yung kapag nasobrang ka na mag-inom sa alcohol, parang di mo na makontrol yung na parang nagpipisikal ka na ng ibang tao kapag nakainom ka na or nasobrang ka na sa pag-inom sa alcohol. So, second is long-term use damage the liver, heart, and brain. Parang hindi mo na makontrol yung kung anong ginagawa mo. And then, last is the can lead the alcoholic or addiction. Addict ka na, parang palagi mo na siyang hinahanap yung alcohol.